Now, at the end of the day, when you guys have finished up a show, what to you makes a really good show where you walk away and you say, that's one I'm really, really going to remember?
We do have a lot of graduation parties coming up. Maybe people are celebrating anniversaries, family picnics, whatever it might be. You guys offer catering too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Where do these scammers live? Jesse says most of them don't live here in Sioux Falls. They don't live in South Dakota. In fact, many of them don't even live in the United States. They're located on the other side of the world in places like Europe. Back in the day, Aldi wasn't necessarily known for their produce. They only had a few items here and there, but actually now they have over 100 different produce items in store. How am I doing with the sauce here, by the way? Looking okay?
Fabulous with the sauce.
Give it another hour or so, like she said, and I'll be ready for the crowd. Fast forward about another 4 hours or so and a little more prep, and we end up with something that looks like this. This is the featured item here for Restaurant Week. Glenn, tell me a little bit about what's on the plate over here. Seeing all of these perennials out here, these shrubs, these trees, really kind of relaxes you a little bit. I've got Lori Dykstra here beside me from Landscape Garden Centers. We're talking about a big Father's Day event that they're doing this coming weekend. In case you forgot, Father's Day is this coming Sunday. Well, very interesting. What a great set of experiments. And as we said, I mean, all these and more people can see on Saturday then.
Absolutely. And the key is to really kind of get a good walking start here. So we're going to get a little bit of a walk ahead of time.
I'm told by Jim here that I'm actually not doing too bad at this. We had a griddle full just a little bit ago. I got a few others here.
Live in high definition, you're watching KDLT News at 10 on NBC.
Good evening, I'm Kevin Hurd. Many people spent the day at Wildwater West to escape the heat, but for lifeguards, the crowds can be tough to manage. KDLT's Jack Ebel has more. Now, McNamara says last year, Wildwater West lifeguards had to make over 200 water rescues. This year, she says that total is already around 10 rescues since they have opened. Meteorologist Blaze Keller joining us a little bit early now. Here it was, day 3 of those 90s again, and it looks like a little relief could be in sight next week, right? All right, we'll look forward to that, Blaze. Thank you very much. Well, Newatana Watertown man is uninjured after crashing his car into a train Friday night. It happened around 10:15 on the 400 block of 9th Avenue Southwest, or Highway 212. The driver has been identified as Rodney Kessler of Watertown. Police say he did not stop at the signal despite visual and audio warnings. A locomotive was pushing several train cars on the track. Now, one of the passenger doors took a hit when Kessler crashed. Damage is estimated at $3,000. Nobody was injured. Continuing coverage now, crews are still cleaning up after a train derailed in Cottonwood, Minnesota. Now, these viewers submitted photos show the damage. The BNSF train derailed last night. It was heading toward Wilmer, Minnesota, and tipped around 6:30. No one was hurt, and officials are investigating the cause of the crash. Well, 4 years ago, Jeannie Morgan lost her daughter after she was struck by a drunk driver. Since then, Morgan has been on a mission. Her goal is to remind people they do have a choice before they drink and drive. KDLT's Ricky Cody has the story. Now, $3,000 was raised through the race. All proceeds will stay in South Dakota. The money supports families who have lost a loved one in a drunk driving accident. Well, more than 100 countries were represented at the Festival of Cultures this afternoon. Several performers, entertainers, and vendors were at Falls Park. They gave visitors a sample of global tastes and sights. And we caught up with the Multicultural Center's executive director. She says more than 140 languages are spoken in Sioux Falls, and the goal of this event is to go beyond introducing those spoken words.
It's a very comfortable place to come and share food, share entertainment, share culture in a way that's not threatening or intimidating, and people can come and talk to each other.
And you still, of course, do have some time to get more information on the festival. If you missed it, we do have information on our website at kdlt.com. Well, for those who preferred to stay indoors, there was no shortage of fun at the Sanford Research Center today. That's where the 5th annual It's All About Science Fair took place. Kids and adults were able to get hands-on with a number of experiments. Now, there were more than 40 exhibits that represent science, technology, engineering, and math. All, of course, are fast-growing industries in the state. Dr. Jill Weimer says the fair promotes education and learning even when school is out for the summer.
I think it's really important during the summer to make sure that we're keeping our kids' brains engaged, that they're learning about science, and one of the best ways to do that is through hands-on learning activities. So to get them in here to the Science Festival, get them actually actively engaged in doing the experiments, it's just going to keep them more excited even in those off months during the summer.
Dr. Weimer says more visitors stopped by this year than in years past. Well, still ahead tonight, the latest out of Orlando, where a young singer was gunned down yesterday while signing autographs at her concert. The time right now is 10:07. You're watching KDLT News at 10. We'll be right back.